Morning everyone, welcome to Officers Adda 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. So for the JIB today we are going to start with module A, unit 1. Okay, a couple of concept based classes are already done with this, that was done in the previous month, so I believe you will be able to find a good number of classes related to the basic concepts. So keeping that particular series forward, what I'm starting with today is the MCQ questions on the same. So let's quickly move on and talk about it in detail. First point, the first question says which of the following transactions is not of financial character, right? So first of all we are going to talk about which of the following is not of a financial character. The things which are not of a financial character would include purchase of asset on credit, purchase of asset for cash, withdrawing of money by proprietor from business, or strike by employees. If we talk about which of the following is not of financial nature, if we talk about of not being in the financial nature, would be something that does not involve rupees or money at all, right? So purchase of goods on credit, even though you are not paying in cash, but it involves money. Purchase of goods for cash, it involves money. Withdrawing of money for the purpose use, which involves again money. So the strike by employees is only which can called notional losses, the losses which can occur in future, but there is no clarity about it right now. So in this case, the non-monetary part is only the strike by employees. Next question. Following is the example of the external users of the financial statements. Do you know the last step of the accounting cycle is to let the people who are interested, let the people know that whatever is happening with the books of accounts. So basically you are doing, the last step is communication. So how do we define the term communication here? Communication is basically letting the people know about the books of accounts. Is it by the government or by the owners or by the management or by the employees? Following is the example of external users of financial information, right? So the ones, see, owners are internal users, management is also sitting within the organization, and employees are the people who takes care of the business. Ultimately they are the ones who are working for it now. So in this case, the one which is sitting outside but still asking about the business is the government. So the external user is government, right? Now let's move on to the next question. The next question says that the business unit is separate and distinct from the person who supply capital to it, is based upon money measurement concept, going concern concept, business entity concept, or dual aspect concept. In this case, what are they saying? In this case, they are saying that the business unit is separate and distinct. This case says that whatever the case may be, the business and the person are two different things. That means if A invested in A and company, so in this case the money which he invested is called capital, and the money which he withdraws from the person, from the business, is called drawings. So the person and the business are not the same, they are two different sides. Okay, so first thing is business unit is separate and the distinct from the person who supply capital to it. So in this case the correct answer would be what? The correct answer would be business entity concept. So the correct answer is business entity concept. Next question. It says accounting has certain norms to be observed by the accountants in recording of the transaction and preparation of the financial statements. So they say accounting has a very important role to play in terms of the working. These norms reduce the vagueness and chances of misunderstanding by harmonizing the varied accounting practices. So when we talk about this is the definition of which particular thing? Accounting regulations, accounting notes, accounting standards, or accounting framework. Regulations can be said as rules and regulations, but in accounting we do not use the term regulations. Accounting notes. Notes are basically explanatory statements. Accounting standards are basically the norms which are prepared, how the books should be treated, how the things should be treated in the books. And last is accounting framework. That is not called accounting framework now, it is called financial reporting framework. So which are basically that reduces the vagueness, the confusions among the various things, and process of misunderstanding. It tries to reduce the area of misunderstanding as well. So, in this case, what is this particular definition about? This particular definition is about the accounting standards. The correct answer is accounting standards. These things are about the accounting standards of the organization. Done? Okay, now let's move on. The basic considerations in distinct between capital and revenue expenditures is or are. See, there's a difference between the thin line of difference between capital and revenue expenditures. What are the different areas? In terms of capital expenditure, we can state the expenditure that we are incurring in order to purchase an asset, or when we sell an asset, it's called a capital receipt. While when we talk about revenue expenditures, revenue expenditures are those expenditures which are incurred to maintain the day to day expenses. So in this case, first part is capital expenditure, which is done on the basis of the assets that are required in the business, and day-to-day expenses to be incurred to maintain the business. So the first point is nature of business. Second point is effect on revenue generating capacity of the business, purpose of the expenses, or all of the above. Based upon nature of business, see, in terms of services, we have less of these things. Of the business, there we have more of if we are into manufacturing, we need a factory, we need machineries and all. So the nature of the business will determine whether we need more capital or more revenue expenditures. Generate effect on revenue generating capacity. The assets will increase the revenue generating capacity, while for example, if I expand my studio, it will increase my revenue generating while if I just keep it clean, in this case, it is just a revenue based organization, revenue expenditure. It is not improving, it is just maintaining where it is. Purpose of expenses: if the expenses are of long term nature, then it's a capital expenditure. If it is of a short term nature, then it's a revenue expenditure. So, based upon this, all these considerations, these define our expenditures. So, hence, it is called all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Next question, everyone. Which of the following is not a transaction? Goods are purchased on cash basis for rupees 1000. Then salaries are paid for the month of May 2010. Then let's take it 2023. I think the date has to be changed a bit. This is basically a very this is a question from a previous examinations being held, so changing it that way. Is purchased for rupees 10 lakh and employee is dismissed from the job. Which of the following is not a transaction? See, first one is a transaction. You are purchasing goods for cash, done. Salary is not paid, that means it's outstanding. Again, a transaction. Transaction means where something is happening in the business. Land is purchased for rupees 10 lakh, again a transaction. An employee dismissed from the job, it is something that is not having any financial character. Since it lacks the financial character, this will be treated as a non-financial thing. So it's not a transaction. It's just a basic knowledge that yes, the person who's working for us is not working for us anymore. Right? Then here comes the next question. All of the following statements are objectives of accounting except the following are the accounting objects but remaining aren't. providing information about the assets, liabilities, and capital of the business entity. Maintaining records of the business, providing information about the performance of the business entity. Then, providing details about the personal assets and liabilities of the owner. All of the following statements are objectives. That means these are the goals of a business there, but except the following. But one of them isn't. So, in this case, what would be the answer? See, the point is it helps in providing the entire information. So, first is correct. It helps in maintaining the books of accounts. This is also correct. What they want is which of the following is not an object. Then comes providing information about the performance of the business is also correct. The only wrong point is that this is the personal assets and liabilities of the owner. It has nothing to do with the working of the owner. It is separate from that. Right? It providing details of the personal assets and liabilities of the makes sense, na? Nothing related to the owner is noted in this area. Dash principle requires that the same accounting method should be used from one accounting period to the next. Conservatism, consistency, business entity, or money measurement. Dash principle requires that same accounting method should be used. Right? We are asking that the same method should be used from one accounting period to the next accounting period. These are different concepts. Conservatism says anticipate the losses but not profits. Consistency says you can use one particular method. You can start with from A and then you can continue. If you have switched to B, then continue with B. Then don't do this after using A sometimes and you shift it to B and then you shift it to A again. That is not consistency. Business entity. The business entity can be stated as something where it is separate from that of the business there. Then the business and the businessman. Money measurement says anything that can be stated in terms of money should be recorded in the books of accounts. So in this case it is money measurement. When we talk about the answer as discussed there, it is B. As once you have started with A, there is no problem switching to B. But if you have started using B, then continue with B. Don't come to A again, don't come to C then. Don't go to any other system there. Question everyone. It says the substance of the transactions gets preference over the legal position. The transactions and the events recorded in the books of accounts and presented in the financial statements should be governed by the substance of such transactions and not merely by the legal form as per the concept of faithful representation, substance over form, neutrality, or fair disclosure. The question seems to be quite complex. It says the substance of the transactions gets preference over legal position. Sometimes, whatever the legal situation is, the question can look different. The transactions and events recorded in the books of accounts presented should be governed by the substance of such transactions. Whatever the transactions are, it should be followed by the reality of it, not by just the legality of it. The correct answer here would be substance over form. Don't look forward towards the legality. Look at the facts that are visible to you. So in this case, the correct answer is substance over form. Next question everyone. It says that assets should be valued at the price paid to acquire them is based upon. See, if I purchase a particular asset for 1 lakh rupees, so I should record the things at 1 lakh rupees. Or shall I record it at fair market value every year? It is accrual concept, cost concept, money measurement, or realization concept. In this case, the correct answer will come out to be assets should be valued at the price to acquire them. That means we should buy it whatever price we have bought for it. That should be considered till the time we are not selling it off. This is accrual. Accrual concept is due basis. Then cost concept is historical cost. That means at whatever price we buy things, we record at the same. So I hope you have got the answer. So I'll continue with C and D as well. Money measurement concept says that you should record the books of accounts in such a way that only money measurement should be recorded. Then comes realization concept. This concept says you should record the books of accounts on the basis of cash. In this case, the correct answer is B, as discussed, right? Moving on to the next question. Okay, so this is where I end my particular session. I hope this particular session was beneficial for you, and I hope you have already looked forward towards your registration, as the registration has started yesterday. And if you haven't looked forward to it yet, so kindly look into the matter, because now the registrations have started. There's only one problem: if you make any kind of delay, it can impact your the selection of the centers there. Plus at the same time, if you delay it, then you'll also be getting charged certain amount as well. Late fee starts on after this particular week, the late fee will start. So if you can finish up your form filling in an early time, then why not look forward to it, right? I'm sorry. You can take up our JIB October 2023 batches. At this point of the Samkalp batches are going on. So in this case, we are starting from another batch that is starting from August 4th. That is within 2 days. We are starting with another batch. So kindly go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. If you're looking forward to it, all you need to do is use the code BUY NOW. Then you can use the discount coupon code, that is JC80. It would cost you 15,999.20, and you will be able to look forward to it in such a way that it will be less costly. Acha, and at the same time, if we look at the Maha packs, Maha packs are available at the Maha packs are available. Just a moment. Let me share the particular details with you. Here it is. Okay. As you can see, the JIB Mahapack is currently available at it is available at double validity at this point of time. If you'll buy for 6 months, you'll get it for 12. If you buy it for 12 months, you'll get it for 24. You can use the code JC80 to get 81% discount. So if you're looking forward to it, then kindly hurry up, because this is the perfect time to look forward to this particular batch. Under this batch, we are not only providing you English medium and the bilingual batch only, it also includes the test series, ebooks, as well as the revision batches that we will be coming up with. Along with this, the JIB CIB Mahapack 2.0 varies from the previous packs, because now we are also covering second and fourth Saturday doubt class. We are also covering the examination from the point of view of marathons, mini marathons, as well as practice paper will also be given to you. So if you are looking forward to it, you can use the code JC80 and you can get it at maximum discounts. Okay, so that's it. So let's end it here itself. I'll be meeting you in the next session. Till let's keep on working, everyone. Thank you so much for being there, everyone. We'll be meeting in the next class.